Entry into the Gooty Fort complex is through a gateway facing the north. It is flanked by two bastions. In former days, this area would have had strong gates. The outer fortification walls run on either side of this gateway, enclosing the area of the fort complex and forming its outer perimeter. From the main entrance, you will need to walk around 1 kilometer to reach the foot of the hill on which the main part of the fort is located. If you have a vehicle, you can drive till the foot of the hill until you reach the gate of the Gooty Fort. There is an ASI office here where you will need to register with your ID card. At the entrance, they have placed a couple of cannons from the fort as showpieces. Beyond this, there is a narrow stone paved path that goes upwards. On the left side of this pathway, at the foot of the hill, there is a Christian cemetery enclosed within a compound wall. This cemetery has the tombstones of many British officers from the colonial era. Some of the graves have obelisks and small pavilions. The most significant person who was buried here was Sir Thomas Munro, the governor of Madras Presidency. He died of cholera on 6th July 1827 at Pattikonda, around 30 kilometers from here, while he was on a tour of this region. His remains were later shifted to St. Mary's Church in the Madras Fort, but a cenotaph still lays here in Gutti. Around 1 kilometer up the pathway, there is a Muslim dargah of Hazrat Syed Wali Basha Qadri. After you cross the dargah, within some distance, you will catch sight of the second fortification wall rising on bare rock. Gutti has 7 rampart walls. After the outer perimeter wall, this is the second level of fortification and it has many semicircular bastions. From here, a pathway goes up along the wall. On the way, you will encounter the small shrine of Margutti Anjaneya Swami. The pathway then goes behind the wall and you will need to walk a little distance to reach the first entry gate. The first structure you will see after crossing this first gate is a huge water tank. From the first gate, if you take the path going left, you will see a flat area with a brick structure. This was the stable for horses built within a square area that is accessed via a gate. The brick structure has 3 sides. Inside, the hall is around 6 meters wide and has a vaulted roof with many windows on either side. Near the water tank, there is also a stable for elephants. It has 2 compartments inside with arch-shaped openings, but the ceiling is ruined. From the first gate area, ascent to the right will take you to the second gate. You need to walk only a short distance from the first gate to reach the second gate. The second gate externally has 2 pilasters built into the wall with floral designs. On the lintel of the door jamb, there is a figure of Gajalakshmi carved. On entering this gateway, there are 2 low platforms on either side, which probably served as guard rooms. Each side has 2 pillars that are rich in carvings. Beyond the second gateway, there is the hill on the left side and the fort wall on the right. On the right side, you will encounter a huge octagonal bastion with its openings and many arched merlons. Opposite to this bastion, there used to be a small cleft on the hill called Gutti that used to have water perennially. A few yards from this bastion is the third gateway. The facade of the third gateway was decorated with floral patterns in stucco. It had a vaulted arch pierced with many loopholes. Most of this gateway has fallen off. Immediately after the third gate, there is the fourth gate. Its front face shows typical Islamic decorative elements in plaster. There's a painting of these doors from 1802 when they were in much better shape. Once you cross the fourth gateway, look immediately to the rock boulder on the right. There used to be a mandapa with carvings of Ganesha and Mahishasuramardini. Now only the carvings can be seen on the boulder. Beyond the fourth gate, the fifth gate is visible and reached after a short climb. This doorway shows Hindu features. The lintel has Gajalakshmi. It has Ganga and Yamuna on either sides of the doorway, which have been scraped away. Inside, there are low platforms for guards supported by pillars. The sixth gate was known as Kodiguddu Gate, as there was a well nearby that was oval in shape like an egg. It seems to have fallen off, only the platforms are now evident. Near this fallen gate, on the left, you can see a cleft adjoining the wall, which may have been the Kodiguddu Bavi. From here, some steps will lead you to a large open space. On the left side of this space is a wall with many openings in between. These gaps provide you with a wide view of the lower level of the fort and the horse stables. From here, you can also see the cliff on top of which Murari Rao's seat is built. From the sixth gate, a short walk will bring you to the seventh gate. Like most of the doorways, this also is in shambles. Within this doorway, there are platforms that used to serve as guard rooms. Beyond this gateway, you will walk along a pathway that used to have fort walls on the left that have mostly fallen. There are a few circular bastions on the left. After passing these circular bastions, you will reach a deep well called Peddabavi, the largest well in the fort. Beyond the Peddabavi, there is a flight of steps leading up to the 8th gateway. From the 8th gateway, the pathway turns right to the 9th gateway. Beyond the 9th gate, if you take a right, you will find an oblong hall in one of the corners. This is the Grand Magazine. It has vaulted ceiling and the walls on either side have arched base. The interiors have paintings in different colors such as black, orange, red and blue, having floral and foliage patterns. Behind this magazine, there is a huge circular bastion. From the magazine area, there are steps leading up to the 10th gate. After this, it gets hard to discern the gates. According to some sources, the ruined palace complex came after the 11th gate. The palace complex is a big rectangular building completely ruined except for the base. You can see the base of 5 partition walls within it. To the west of the palace, there is another magazine. Near the palace area, there is a pavilion which the Britishers called as the Howdah Pavilion. It was also known as Morari Rao's seat. It is said that Morari Rao, the Maratha ruler, used to sit and play chess here or swing here on a jula that was suspended from the top of the pavilion. This pavilion provides an excellent view of the town below. According to some local folklore, Morari Rao used to make his soldiers throw prisoners below from a nearby rock while he watched from here. At the peak of the fort is the 14th gate. Here, there is a circular platform ascended by stairs. It provides panoramic view of the fort and the surrounding regions. The summit of the citadel has many other buildings in ruins, mostly granaries, storerooms, magazines. Some of them were used as prisons by Monroe for rebellious Palagars.